Hey guys, welcome back to our next post-fight, not post-fights. Oh, I guess, yeah, post-fight watch-along. I don't remember which one this is. Maybe six, I think. But, yeah, today we're going to do a quickie because we spent so long recording the podcast that we just did. We had a long hour and a 6-minute episode. Lots of cool stuff that we talked about. Lots of important topics. But it's on YouTube this time, so easier for you guys. We're going to go ahead and watch Hayder Hassan versus Kamaru Usman, since Usman's fighting Gilbert Burns next weekend in the tough finale. So I believe this was Usman's debut in the actual UFC.
Yes, this was their first official UFC fight.
Yes, sir. Did Hayder
Both of
Hassan
them.
fight much in the UFC? He's afterward. I don't know what happened to him.
No, Hayder Hassan. Let me look at his record. Yeah, he hasn't really done much, man. Even on Tough, I remember watching that season. I've almost never watched Tough, but that season was actually reasonable. Hayder just kind of like powering guys, like being a power hitter. And he won most of his fights really closely.
Did he?
Yeah. And in the UFC, okay, so after he fought Usman, he fought Luque, got Anaconda, and that was it. So, and I'm sorry, he's had fights after that. But, it's kind of some
like janky, like here and there. Okay, yeah.
3-2 outside the UFC.
Whatever. He's run of the mill. We're gonna push play whenever Trayvon counts us down.
Okay, so we're at 0-0-0 on the YouTube, which is great for everybody because you all have access to YouTube. If you have access to this, you have access to YouTube.
Well, they uploaded it twice, so it'll be you have 2 videos to watch.
We're gonna go on go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Bam. UFC free fights, Fight Pass. Even though we're not on Fight Pass.
No, sir. Usman is such a fucking physical specimen. Look at that man. He's humongous. Like, not humongous.
He's really lean. Like he's really like his legs are everything is like skinny, but he's strong as hell. And I like that build. You know what I mean? I like.
He's just packed with muscle. Like there's nothing on him that isn't muscle, skin, or bone. Like.
Yes.
He's strong as fuck too. I had friends who went to the Henzo thing.
Oh, I see Hot Fella Sunset on the back. I see Glover Teixeira. I saw Glover and Hot Fella Sunset. Yeah. I saw Glover and Hot Fella Sunset on the back.
Like when this guy gets a hold of guys, like you can just tell he's so much stronger than them. Like look at his back. He just instantly snaps
and a single leg immediately. Because Hayder himself is a very powerful and physical guy. He can compete with Usman there, but nowhere with his wrestling. So like Hayder. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, like Hayder doesn't have too much of a good time in this fight.
He talked massive heaps of shit in the fighter house too during Tough, so it was probably really satisfying if you were watching and you don't like smack talkers. But you can see Hayder's strength is more of it exists more in an explosive capacity. Hence, even though it was untechnical, his like attempt to kind of like fling Usman away. But with Usman's build, it's more like this grit. Like he can obviously hit hard, but it's more like this gritty strength. Like his squeezing endurance and his ability to just kind of pull you around is so strong. He has like a really solid, like his strength is it's a very solid type of strength is how I would explain it, at least how it looks in fights.
Exactly. And it's good, man. I really love, like you guys probably know this, like I really like to see like guys early in their career, elite guys early, because you can see like the building blocks of who they are, but you can see like they're still flawed, and this is how a lot of guys are. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously not everybody will be elite, but like for like big portions of Usman's career, he was developing. That was kind of bad there, but no, he was developing. But like he was just like a very powerful wrestler, and like that's a dime a dozen at welterweight. But then he like separated himself as like a great cage grappler, very like respectable system to get people down and flatten them out and all that.
Competent on the
feet.
And
you can see like the basics of the process right here.
Yeah. Like today, Hayder would never have gotten away from him.
Oh no, yes, oh yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that Tyrone Spong?
He would have been striking into the clinch much better. He would have been striking into his entries much better.
Absolutely.
Right now, you're kind of just grabbing onto him and then being like, "I'm better wrestler, so I can just throw you down. I can just throw you down." You know what I mean?
That was obviously technical. He didn't just fling him, like, but you could see that was a feat of him just being like taking advantage of his superior strength and skill. It's not like how he took Masvidal down, where he required more finesse and patience.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, like this is a common problem. Like he has the wrist right here, but it's kind of stuck there. You know what I'm saying? Like now he's going for the
yes.
Hayder's just all manner of exhausted already. You can see him breathing.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. So you can tell he's a wrestler, right? Like he's not putting either hook in. He's riding the far
Yeah.
wrist and then using his I forgot what it's called, like chicken wing or something, but it's where you put the right the opposite
when he gets
side
like a cross body, like when they're sitting down, he gets a cross body ride with his leg.
No, I know that this thing right here. You see how his right hook is in, while the opposite side wrist is being rode. I don't know. I don't remember what that's called. There's like a name for it. I thought it was like a chicken wing or something. No, I don't know.
I don't know.
You have to ask your boy. Yeah, Sam. You have to ask your boy Gallo. But now look at that, man. He just turned it into him with his arm straight in the air. I mean, he just got like a piece of paper in the wind. He's got.
No, yeah, he walked into that trip there.
I mean, yeah. There's no. So many things he could have done differently.
But no, I really like how even early Usman is always fighting posts like really diligently, because as to stand up on the bottom, you need either hip control or like hip control as in like your hips to be free, and generally your arms to be able to post.
Yeah, like
and like
you need to build a
for those of you who've seen the BJJ Scott video, they talk about that a good bit. But no, as a person to stand up, you need to get your hips free or post. So, like, specifically right here, Usman has his back. He can't stand up because obviously he's just over top of his back. Like, literally, you just can't stand up. But then also, like, he's fighting posts, like, as soon as he gets you down.
Yeah,
he's fighting your wrist, fighting something, causing commotion.
Yep. He should reach
and making you kind of circle back to the mat.
He should reach for probably the leg closer to his left here and pull it. I mean, I don't know what Hayder Hassan's plan was right there. He should have started shaking.
Yeah, but no, yeah, like exactly, Hayder is working very hard to stand here, but he's again like fighting a very losing battle.
No, it's exhausting because look, he just expended all this energy to get to a position where he's gonna have to restart, and he does that. He keeps turning into the fucking.
Yeah, he's not prioritizing like certain grips as he stands, so he just ends up right back on the bottom. Like he won't fight the hands as he stands. Like Armand says, he'll turn with his hands up.
Yeah.
Instead of like fighting grips, when he turns with his hands up, he gets tripped out. Because he has like literally no defenses.
You know, and he needs to.
If he's like fighting the hands or like doing something, he has himself ability to like at least cause commotion, make things difficult for him.
And that one where he's facing the cage and kind of gets turned away from it on the way down, you know, he can use the cage to lean up against and like to turn into it like people do. I mean, he just doesn't know what he's doing.
No, yeah, he just having a lot of trouble getting any space from Usman.
He's going for powerful. That was a good uppercut.
I mean, you heard with the uppercut there. I remember that.
Yeah.
You hit him really bad with the uppercut.
Yeah, and Usman has a good chin too. So, I mean, that was just, look at that double, and then he rides the.
Yeah, the uppercut was not very fun for Usman to take there. But see, that's the hilarious thing with me a lot of times. You'll see strikers hurt wrestlers, and it'd be very terrible for them because they'll just rush into
hard
just
double.
walk into a takedown a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like.
Who do we see do that?
Like. Yeah, because like a lot of times I see like this is a kind of an indictment MMA fighter. Sometimes they'll hurt a wrestler and press him against the cage, or even just press a wrestler against the cage. And I always joke, I'm like, they're gonna get taken down, and a lot of times they get taken down.
We're approaching the finish here, Trey.
We are approaching the finish here too. But yeah, see, he hurt him, got taken down, and like now is immediately in an arm triangle position. Generally he would be in a good spot because Usman's against the cage here.
Usman just looks like he can squeeze this shit. No, I think he's just gonna squeeze. I mean, what's his face should be doing is trying to grab his fist and pushing the elbow up at like a 45-degree angle across his Usman's ear.
But now he gave him a little bit of space. He turned away, gave him a little bit of space to get even more of an angle. It's getting pretty rough here, like really, really rough.
Man, that brain not getting any oxygen. It's done.
Yeah.
Man, all that shit he talked must just be crashing through his veins right now. just like. That's why I don't ever want to talk shit. Like I really don't eat my words. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see Brian Stan in the commentary too, man.
Okay, we gotta tell you, man, he was the best UFC commentator. He knew what he was talking about.
The Brian Stan John Anik combo was so fire, man.
I like John Anik. Same. He's not there to be the technical guy. He's just a great ambassador, right? Like
he's dude. A lot of times he'll like say better stuff than like the damn like play-by-play or the color commentator. It's like, what the hell, man? Well, I think he is a color commentator, but like he'll be like, I'll be like, John, like, why do you have a better understanding of what's going on than them?
He's just an odd. Man, he's so disappointed in himself. Yeah, I like John Anik a lot. Look how fucking we're just fucking gay for Usman, but look at his fucking. He's just so built. He looks like someone's like fucking Da Vinci carved him out of fucking marble. Look, you can see every fucking ab in his stomach. Like it's crazy. He's actually not that tall, so it's not that crazy that he makes 170. And I guess muscle's mostly water, so you can drain it. But I mean, he has such a physical advantage at 170 as well. You can just tell when he gets guys against the fence. I mean, they're just like, fuck.
Like, oh wow, this is not cool.
Yeah, so you're like someone leaned a boulder against you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that was a great performance by Usman. I mean, it's just a prototype Usman fighting there.
Yeah, and it's a good prototype performance. You know what I mean?
If we had more time, I would say we could go over the Usman Covington fight, but we're gonna be here for another 45 minutes. So
Yeah. No, like I say, yeah, we today this is a little short one today. Don't worry, you guys. We'll get back on the grind.
yes, sir, we got a video coming out. So we should announce our schedule. So we have a new thing coming up. So we have a video coming out this Thursday. It's gonna be our monthly special. We're doing this now. So you're still gonna get the regular content you guys get, the watch along and the podcast every week. That's Monday podcast, Wednesday watch along. Well, on alternating weeks, you're gonna get something called post fight matchmakers, in which we discuss the hypothetical matchups between two people who haven't fought, probably won't, or could in the future, but aren't scheduled to fight. Right. So nothing like Burns and Usman. They're already fighting. We're not doing pre-fight analyses in a narrative form. We're using our imaginations here, right? Or playing like prospect down the line matchmakers. And then that's going to be every first and third week of the month. And then on the third and fourth week, the second and fourth week of the month, what you guys are going to get from us is something called, why can't I remember? Oh, post-fight narratives. So that's going to be where, and this is what we think this is the one we're really excited about, because we're kind of breaking into niche new space here with this. Discussions of common narratives that are put out there at MMA, and that gives us a lot of creative opportunity. Like Trayvon is really excited about doing one on the difference between good and bad defense in MMA. And then there's some about like Conor McGregor's ground game, good or bad, and it's good. You know, newsflash, he's a good. he could submit most of the guys talking shit about him on the ground at a fairly high level. Things like that, like MMA, like age versus, is age really a number? Age versus your fighting age, like how does when you get into a sport versus how old you are, which is more important, things like that. So, and then in the middle of every month, those will be released every Friday, by the way. In the middle of every month, depending on whether you guys want to keep seeing these every week, we're going to approach it like this. The middle of every month, we're going to release a monthly special that will take the place of either of those two content items you just heard about that Friday. But if the response when we develop more of a fan base is such that you want both, we'll release the middle of the month thing on Thursday and then keep out with the narrative and the matchmakers on Friday. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. We're trying to rev up our output. We're trying to increase the quality of things. We're going to get that advertised more. We're going to get that on Reddit. End of 2021, we want 10,000 subscribers, and I think we can do it. We're at 50 subscribers right now, so we're halfway to 100, halfway to 1%.
That's all you can ask for.
Man, we're
tiny steps,
there.
Baby.
Tiny steps, man. We're crawling, man. We're doing the poor Overeem. We're doing the Overeem. But yeah, we're gonna sign off. Trayvon, anything from you?
Nah, nothing much, man. Like we're just adding more content. You guys be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be some good stuff. You guys gonna enjoy it. You guys gonna be like, wow, this is amazing. It is. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Yes, we worked on it. It's amazing. But that's about it.
Appreciate you guys tuning in for a quickie this week.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.